My life has not been easy. My dad was a Vietnam War veteran with, trauma issues. He self-medicated with alcohol. I never saw him sober maybe twice. He'd been married twice. His second wife was my mom. She was a psychotically abusive white supremacist. So, yeah, really not a good beginning. 1998 to 1999, that was when I lost my leg to a drunk driver. I was walking to school in 6th grade. It wasn't as much of a lifestyle adjustment as one would think because, I didn't have that normal childhood past the age of like 7, 8 years old, So 7 months later, my biological mother ended up shooting my dad because she wanted a divorce and he didn't because he thought he could earn the love of his abuser. I was up reading a book in my room and all of a sudden, poof, this big loud pop, coming from a situation right here, red-blooded America. I'm from Dodge County, Wisconsin. This happens every day in this country. I met my trafficker in 2013 when he was volunteering at a domestic violence shelter in my hometown in Wisconsin. This guy lured me to Colorado with, better lifestyle, job opportunities, day labor, shelters. He was owner, trafficked, house slave, abused. We were property from, May of 2014 until January 2019 we got out. It's so easy to target disabled people and homeless people because something happens, oh well, whatever, too bad. So when my trafficker got me pregnant at knife point, I shocked to say the least. I ended up passing out at one of the homeless shelters and an ambulance ride later finding out that I was 2 months pregnant. I was living in a car down by the Platte River and had a little bit of what you'd call a baby problem. The tickets mount up, you're homeless, you can't pay the tickets, they'll take your car. So I was even without a car and hugely pregnant and, being owned, having to sell, drugs and weapons for him. There are so many more women who, could be next in line to suffer what my child and I did. That's why, I'm trying so hard to speak out about this. I became a client of Precious Child right after my Munchkin was born, and it sounded like a wildest dream scenario to me. They have gear for the parents and the kids, there's toys, there's games, there's household supplies, there's kitchen stuff. I, decked out the place for Christmas like nobody's business because y'all stocked us up. You guys were completely instrumental to every aspect of our lives. Any progress I made in escape and survival, had a Precious Child stamp on it at some point. This outfit I'm wearing came from a Precious Child. I still have it. It's one of my favorite outfits. The welcoming, the it's okay, the we're here to help, Coming from my situation, that's, that's air, that's water. It's good here. I haven't felt safe and well in Perno 30 years. Here I know I'm safe, I'm well, my kiddo's in a place where he's safe and well. My son is now in an inpatient therapeutic facility where, he has 24/7 care, where he can recover from the effects of being trafficked and owned and beaten. And so that's a lot of the therapy he's receiving in his new setting, is how to be a little boy. He's a lot calmer now. He's able to communicate better. He's doing much better with his math. He's learning to read. So, he's making huge progress towards living the life of a child and have the life of a normal kid, a happy little kid. A lot of headspace problems come from situation problems. The situation improved so much. I've been out of the toxic environment for a year now. I've been out of Master's household for 4 years. Even in the last few months, I've, been less afraid to go out and say hi to a human. That's been a difficult thing for me. Just amazed and thankful to have made it this far and, keep sucking free air. I was born in captivity. I was a property until I was 32 years old. We got out, we're okay. The trafficker isn't able to hurt us anymore. My kiddo got to celebrate his 8th birthday a few months ago. That wouldn't have been possible otherwise. I just want to thank a precious child for, enabling my family to stay alive, get out of trafficking, and get to a safe home. I didn't think any of this would have ever been possible. Even last year, I didn't think this was possible. I didn't think I'd be able to score a decent, stable income, an affordable home. I thought I'd be in the welfare trap for another decade. There's so much potential for life here. And, a precious child laid the groundwork, got us out of captivity, kept us alive long enough and strong enough to get out of the worst situation you can think of in the U.S. and to this happily ever after. We made it to the promised land. I didn't think any of that was possible. It wouldn't have been possible at all if it weren't for a precious child, not even close. I would have been in captivity until one of my owners killed me, and it would have been the last one because he was this close. We barely got out with our lives, and we wouldn't have if it weren't for you.